When they chucked out gullibility, there was an apish surge up front, but just swiftly took a sidestep and cracked open your thermos. For your style can't be equal, you're fast and kinda core, and your freshness is a fragrance which is unobtainable. She said fasten your seatbelt, it's gonna be a bumpy ride. I said you're impossible. And that's what Billy shakes me. And that's what Billy shakes me. When they were handing out the brains, you held out for second helpings. When they're putting on the ears, you were putting on your star. And Baron Frankenstein would surely spiral in his grave, but then you had your head so tightly screwed on. Oh yeah, 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 that's what Billy shakes me. Yeah, 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 that's what Billy shakes me. Rings on your fingers, blisters on my toes. You are a major preoccupation, and that's what Billy shakes me. And that's what Billy shakes me. And that's what Billy shakes me. And that's what really shakes me.
One letter. Oh, it's addressed to me as well. Only kidding. Alright, onward. You do get some odd characters, I think, in the post office. I think it's full of strange characters. Some people are quite loud, there's quite a lot of quiet people. There's quite a mixed variety of people. I couldn't really imagine staying there for all my life. I just go in there and just do it as quick as I can and get out, really. Start off with click track or a drum machine and sing maybe live to that, and then gradually go over every instrument in turn. Probably guitar, bass, drums, vocals, backing vocals, stylophone, marimbas. Well, I quite enjoy just doing it on my own and messing about at a leisurely pace. Plus, it's difficult to get like-minded people around you to commit themselves in any way. I mean, I've played with other people, played instruments for other people. I just like to be in control and sort of doing my stuff, really. If you got involved with other people, they'd want to do this and do that and do their own stuff. I prefer to just write and sing my own stuff.
See what tickles your fancy and lose that magic wand. Oh, wave that fickle tickle stick and laugh all the way to the bang. Ha 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 ha. Now will you warm to the current climber? Will you shudder at the very thought? Is that dance you do terribly dated? And would you be seen dead in life?
I used to collect quite a bit of jottings and material. Not so much these days, but I used to have little notebooks here and there, or scraps of paper, backs of mojo wrappers and things. You might have a title or a first verse. It's difficult getting past that, maybe. Just something to sort of spur you on. Staple diet of horny headlines, several sorts of 70s sitcoms, pie and chips and on the buses, sauce don't come in bottles around here. It's not a celebration really, it's just a sort of comment on those sad times, those 70s, the hangover from the 60s, where innuendos and double entendres are rife, and Sid James is messing about on a campsite and getting into trouble with his wife, and yeah, I mean, it's just the sort of time I grew up, really, the 70s, and I remember them with sort of fondness and sadness, probably looking back. And I find that period I find it amusing. And that objects and items from that period, I mean, they're just ridiculous, and it appeals to my better or worse nature, really. Sauce customer on, sauce customer on, sauce customer on. Several sorts of 70s sitcom, pie and chips and on the bus, the sauce don't come in bottles round. In and out of innuendo, not the Italian, suppose that you can. Car blind, look at that, so bet you don't get many of them to the pound. Sauce customer on, sauce customer on, sauce customer on. Well, they are sad objects that basically nobody really wants them. I just pick them up dirt cheap, and they're good. They're good to look at. They're good to collect. From records to with cheesy covers. I mean, it's worth paying 50p for a record just for the cover. People like John Inman and Larry Grayson, and they're just so sad. You can't believe they actually made these records. Who else? Things like Tom O'Connor. I mean, did anybody know that Tom O'Connor made a record? There's a song called Name That Tune. Milliken and Nesbitt. Now, it's a beautiful cover, that one, yeah. Jimmy Osmond, yes. Should be shot. Norman Vaughan. Bernard Manning, now, he's apparently got a beautiful voice. And tells beautiful jokes as well. Ferrant and Teicher or something. Two bearded twin Germans. You can't go wrong. Well, boys and girls, I've got the bacon, got the fats, and the starches, of course. I think it's cake time. Muscovado with those criminal eyes. Hit me with that line again. It's got a certain ring of truth. Now don't mind me, I'm happy just to hear them dulcet tones and intoxicated infant with no home go through. Yeah, cake shop, buddy, you know. It's very safe, the post office, in a way, because you could stay there, really, as long as you want, really. And it's very close to home. Brings in the Reddies. Chalked up my chances, then down came the rain. It looks like I'm working my passage again. I see heads falling, hats of some hairbrained hero. I see models still working its way up from zero. There's that buzz in my head saying, don't give up. And there's a dig in the red's head. Ooh, don't give up the day job. I mean, I probably will eventually get together with other people and do something more band-wise. So I'll be around somewhere, you know, on my pogo stick somewhere, with a glass of Cresta, being sniggered at probably. Don't give up the day job. Best of